Morning everyone and Sai Ram. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and enjoying your online study and doing your homework properly. So, in last video we have started our chapter reaching the age of adolescence. This is the last part of this chapter. So, in previous video we have covered roles of hormones in initiating reproduction. Clear? In this video, we are going to study reproductive phase in humans, sex determination of baby, reproductive health, physical hygiene, personal hygiene, HIV. These are the some topics which we are going to cover in this video. So let us start with the reproductive phase of life in humans. Clear? An adolescent becomes capable of reproduction only when the testes and the ovaries start producing gametes. When your body allowed to reproduce. When your body allowed to reproduce? Only when the testes and ovaries start producing gamete. Is this clear? So basically the reproductive phase in girls begin at the age of 11 to 12. In the girls, the reproductive phase starts in the age of 11 to 12. While in the boys, it starts at the age of 13 to 14. In girls, it starts at the age of 11 to 12. And in boys, it starts at the age of 13 to 14. And the capacity of produce gametes lasts till the age of 45 to 50 years in females, but lasts for much longer time in males until he is healthy. That means in the girls they can produce gamete at the age of last 50. Clear? 45 to 50 years. But a boys can produce gamete until he is healthy. Clear? So in female you can say that in female the reproductive phase of life begins at the puberty. Puberty means at the age of 11 to 12 years. Clear? And generally lasts till the age of approximately 45 to 50 years. Clear? Now in females, one of the two ovaries produce one egg or ovum. I told you this earlier, which is released once in every 28 to 30 days. This egg will release after 28 to 30 days every month. You can see this process of release of mature ovum is called as your ovulation. See, one ovum mature and is released by one of the ovaries once in about 28 to 30 days. Is this clear? Now during this periods, the wall of uterus becomes thick so as to receive the egg. In this case, it is fertilized and begin to develop. Clear? Now begin to develop. You can say that during the period of 28 to 30 days, the wall of the uterus becomes thick. I told this earlier. And it is become to receive the egg. And if it is fertilized and whatever egg he received and it is fertilized and begins to develop, then when the egg get fertilized by the sperm, it results in a pregnancy. That means if that egg will fertilized by the sperm, when this egg will fertilize with the sperm, this results in the form of pregnancy. That means that lady will pregnant. Is this clear? When that egg which is released by the one of the ovaries is fertilized with the sperm. Clear? Now menstruation. If the egg is not fertilized by the sperm, then the lining of the uterus wall, which blood vessel break down and the face and passes out of the vagina with the unfertilized egg, resulting in bleeding. And this whole process is known as your menstruation. And menstruation occurs for 4 to 5 days after every 28 to 30 days. What do you mean by menstruation? When your egg will not fertilize with sperm, and in that case your uterus thick wall will break down, and it comes in the form of blood, and it passes through the vagina and come out of your body. And this process occurs every month after 28 to 30 days, and it carries 4 to 5 days. So what is the definition of menstruation? See, when fertilization does not occur. What do you mean by fertilization? Fertilization means your egg, the girl's egg will not fertilize with the sperm. Clear? Does not occur. And released egg. Okay, and the thickened lining of uterus along with its blood vessels are shut off. That the wall will break. The wall of uterus start breaking down with the bleeding. So this cause of bleeding in women. That's why this process causes bleeding in women, and this whole process is known as your menstruation. Menstruation occurs once in about 28 to 30 days, and it is carries till to 4 to 5 days. Clear? Now next is menarche. The beginning of menstruation at puberty. The beginning of menstruation in puberty is known as menarche. What is the definition of menarche? The first menstrual flow begins at the puberty, when your first bleeding comes, and that period is known as your menarche. In that case, that menstrual flow is known as your menarche. At 45 to 50 years of age, the menstrual cycle stops. At the age of 45 and 50, this menstrual cycle stops. Is this clear? What do you mean by menarche? The first menstrual flow begins at puberty is termed as menarche. At 45 to 50 years of age, the menstrual cycle stops. Is this clear? Now, the next is menopause. Stoppage of menstruation, when your bleeding stops, is termed as menopause. Initially, menstrual cycle may be irregular. It is not stopped directly. First, your menstrual cycle may be irregular. Like 1 month it is coming, and second one it is not coming. Third one again it's coming. After that 2-3 months it is not coming. First, your menstrual cycle become irregular. After that it will stop. So this process is known as your menopause. That means permanent stoppage of menstruation flow is known as menopause. In easy language you can say that permanent stoppage of menstruation cycle is known as your menopause. Clear? I am reading these 3 slides once more. Please listen carefully. In female, the reproductive phase of life begins at the puberty and generally lasts till the age of approximately 45 to 50 years. One ovum matures and is released by one of the ovaries once in about 28 to 30 days. During this period, the wall of the uterus becomes thick so as to receive the egg, in case it is fertilized and begins to develop. Now, the next slide is what do you mean by menstruation? When fertilization does not occur, the released egg and the thickened lining of the uterus along with its blood vessels are shut off. This causes bleeding in women, which called menstruation. Menstruation occurs once in about 28 to 30 days. Now, what do you mean by menarche and menopause? The first menstrual flow begins at the puberty. The first menstrual flow begins at the puberty, and this is termed as your menarche. At 45 to 50 years of age, the menstrual cycle stops, and when your menstrual cycle stops, this process is known as your menopause. See, I told you that your menstrual flow will not directly stop. First, it will become irregular. After that, it will stop permanently, and the permanently stoppage of menstrual flow is known as your menopause. I think these terms is very clear to you. Shall we move ahead? So our next topic is, how is the sex of the baby determined, whether it is girl or boy? Clear. We have learned in our earlier classes that in our body there are some chromosomes present inside our body. Clear. And these chromosome have some genetic material on them. Clear. In previous classes you have must be learnt about chromosome. Clear. But these chromosomes are having some genetic material on them. Clear. Every healthy human being has 23 pairs of chromosome. So see, inside the fertilized egg or zygote is the instruction for determining the sex of the baby. Now this instruction is present the thread-like structure, and this thread-like structure is known as your chromosome. These chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell. These chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell. So if we are talking about the number of chromosomes in humans, all humans have 23 pairs of chromosome. All humans have 23 pairs of chromosome in the nuclei of their cell. I am reading the slides once more. Listen carefully. Inside the fertilized egg or zygote is the instruction for determining the sex of the baby. This instruction is present the thread-like structures called chromosomes. These chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell. All humans have 23 pairs of chromosome in the nuclei of their cell. Clear? Now, if we are talking about sex chromosome, so 2 chromosomes out of 23 pairs of chromosomes are sex chromosomes. Out of 23 pairs, only 2 pairs are the sex chromosome. Out of 23, how many pairs are sex chromosome? Only 2 pairs. So these are named as X and Y, and these 2 chromosomes are named as X and Y. That means in girls the girls are having 2 sex chromosomes, and the boys are also having a 2 sex chromosome. But in the female, the both chromosomes are X and X. In female, both chromosomes are X and X. X and X. But if we are talking about male, they are having a 2 chromosome as the girl are having, but in the male, these 2 chromosomes are X and Y. They are not same. In girls, the both are same, X and X. But if we are talking about boys, boys are having X and Y chromosome. Is this clear? And they both are the sex chromosome. So chromosome in eggs and sperm. The gamete, egg and sperms have only one set of chromosome. The unfertilized egg always have 1 chromosome. These are the 2 types. One kind has an X chromosome and the other kind has a Y chromosome. I told you that. The girls are having both X and X, and the boy, one is having X and one is having Y. So now how you will know कि the baby is girl or boy? Boy, when it development into boy, if the sperm contribute a X chromosome. Now I told you that in girls both chromosome is X and X, but in boys one is X and one is Y. Now when this is girl's chromosome and this is boy's chromosome. Now when this X will combine with this X or this X, now the both chromosome will be X and X. Now if if the X chromosome of the boy will meet with the girl's X or X chromosome, in that case the baby will a girl baby. If this Y chromosome will meet with the girl's chromosome, in that case your baby will be boy. Is this clear? Now this way you can identify whether a baby is a girl or boy. So boy, if the sperm contribute a Y chromosome to the egg, that means Y at the fertilization. So the zygote would develop into a male child. I told you this. And when a sperm containing X chromosome fertilize the egg, in that case the zygote would have 2X chromosome. So what is the sex of that child? The sex of that child will be the female. Is this clear? See here. If X and X, then the child will be girl. And if it is X and Y, the child will be boy. Is this clear? So like this, you can determine whether the child is girl or a boy. Is this clear? Now our next topic is reproductive health. Our next topic is reproductive health. The physical and mental well-being of an individual is regarded as an individual health. Clear? See, a person is said to be healthy if he and she is physically and mentally fit. So you have learned in your junior classes that to keep the body healthy, it is important to eat a balanced diet. It is important to eat a balanced diet. So an adolescent needs to eat healthy and balanced diet, as adolescence is a stage of rapid growth and development. The diet should have include proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals and vitamins in a good proportion. So the physical and mental well-being of an individual is regarded as an individual health. So to keep the body healthy, every human being what have to do? They have to take a balanced diet. Clear? The person must also observe personal hygiene and undertake adequate physical exercise. Not only a balanced diet, but for keep healthy, it is necessary to take care of their personal hygiene and physical exercise. This is the essential part and this is play a very important role during the growing age of the body. Is this clear? Now, what are the nutrition needs to the adolescent? Adolescence is a stage of rapid growth and development. The diet for an adolescent has to be carefully planned. The diet of the adolescent has to be carefully planned. So the diet must be balanced. Clear? The diet should be balanced. Iron build blood and iron rich foods such as leafy vegetable, jaggery, meat, etc. are the good food for adolescent. Is this clear? I am reading this slide once more. Listen carefully. Adolescence is the stage of rapid growth and development. The diet for an adolescent has to be carefully planned. The diet must be balanced diet. Iron build blood and iron rich foods such as leafy vegetable, jaggery, meat, etc. are good for adolescent. Now, balanced diet. The meal which includes the meal which includes proteins, carbohydrates, fats and vitamins in the good proportion is known as your balanced diet. What do you mean by balanced diet? The meal which includes protein, carbohydrates, fats and vitamins in good proportion is known as your balanced diet. Roti, dal, milk and vegetables are a balanced diet. Fruit also provide nourishment. For infants, mother milk provide all the nourishment and that they need. तो you know that ना कि बोलते हैं ये कि first 6 month baby को mother का milk पीना चाहिए. Is this clear? So now what points you should have to remember? Chips and packed or tinned snacks, though very tasty, should never replace regular meals as they do have adequate nutritional value. That means if you are eating something like chips, packed food, it does not replace your fruits and all. So it's instead of this you should take a good balanced diet. Now what do you mean by personal hygiene? Every should have bath at least once every day. It is more necessary for the teenager because the increased activity of sweat glands sometimes make the body smelly. Clear. All the parts of the body should be washed and cleaned every day. If cleanliness is not maintained, there are chances of catching bacterial infection. If you will not take care of your personal hygiene, your body will infected by the bacterial infection. So, personal hygiene is very necessary. Special care for girls. Girls should take special care of cleanliness during the time of menstrual flow. They should keep track of their menstrual cycle and be prepared for the onset of menstruation. Is this clear? Now, physical exercise. Walking and playing in the fresh air keeps the body fit and healthy. So, all young boys and girls should take walk, exercise and play outdoor games. Nowadays, what people are doing, what children are doing, they are playing indoor games. But walk, exercise and outdoor game is very necessary for your fit body. Clear? So, say no to drugs. Adolescence is a period of much activity in the body and the mind, which is normal part of growing up. So, do not feel confused or insecure. If anybody suggests that you will get relief if you will take some drug, just say no unless prescribed by the doctors. Drugs are addictive. If you take them once, you feel like taking them again and again, and they harm the body and they ruin health and happiness. So, until and unless a drug is prescribed by the doctor, you will not take any type of drug, because if you will start taking drug, this activity become your habit, in your habit, and this will cause harm to your body. Is this clear? Now, there are some myths of our body, like there are many wrong notation and non-scientific fact followed by the people from olden times. You have already learned how reproduction occurs in human body, so know the facts related to it. You can discard these myths. Some of the myths are given below. See, menstruation is curse. It is wrong. A girl becomes pregnant by looking at boys during the menstruation. This is also wrong. The mother is responsible for the sex of the child and it is blamed when she gives birth to a girl child. Girl should not work in the kitchen during menstruation. Girl should not take a bath or wash hair during menstruation. So these are the myths. Clear? You have to discard this myth and for your happiness. With this, your chapter is finished. I think all the topics are very clear to you. If you are having any doubt, you can message me. I will conduct a online class for that. Thank you and Sai Ram.